Hello and welcome to Spotlight on Seniors. On today's show, we take a look at Southfield Senior Center and some of the activities going on this summer. Senior water aerobics at the Southfield Pool, lots of day trips for seniors, Senior Appreciation Day at the Berg. The Senior Center Office Coordinator, Betty Simmons, will have this and more today on Spotlight on Seniors. The Southfield Senior Center is in the Parks and Recreation Building on the main floor of Southfield City Hall. It is a hub of activity and a clearinghouse for senior-related information. Betty Simmons is the office coordinator for the Senior Center.
I love working with the seniors. It's just a very rewarding job, helping them with everyday activities and things to do. We have day trips, we have a lunch out, dinners out. We also have a trip to Mackinac Island, even though that's not till October, but people are signing up for it now. You know, we have a coffee hour for seniors that happen on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from about 8 till 10. And they come in and socialize, have coffee. We have other refreshments that they can get. Sometimes they play games. We have exercise programs. We have a yoga class. Actually, we have 3 different yoga classes.
The Southfield Pavilion is a wonderful place to walk when the weather outside prohibits you from getting in those steps. Walking 9.5 laps around the pavilion equals 1 mile.
We are really excited about the number of walkers that come in every day, our seniors. They can walk all day from 8 till about closing. Most of the Northland walkers that used to walk at Northland now walk here in the mornings from 8 to 10. So it's a very exciting program.
Well, I am a retiree from Chrysler. I've been retired for about 10 years. I'm the president of my association, Sherwood Village Community Association. I've been living in Southfield for about 17 years. I have 4 children. I'm married to Al Murphy, and we enjoy our community where we live. Seniors, age is just a number, really, and like I said, I'm 62. I'm very active. I have a lot of senior friends that's much older than I am, and very active. As you see, they walk around Southfield Civic Center. My friend that walks around here, she's going on 70-something, and she looks very good. And so being a senior doesn't mean that you're not able to function. As senior, you do need to stay in touch with your physician. You need to make sure you have your annual physical. And at these times now that when a senior catches a cold, they try to do it on their own, stay home, take their medication. But as a senior, you need to get up and get to your doctor within 3 days, for me. Because after that, you know, things can go downhill. So make sure you get up, take care of yourself, go see your doctor, use the benefits that you have, and just stay active. Get up every morning, drink your water, get your fruit and vegetables in, have your good breakfast, get out of that house, walk, ride, whatever it means necessary, get moving.
For 41 years, I was in the banking business. And after I retired, I started walking. I've been walking for the last 10 years, first at Northland. And when Northland closed, we started walking here. We were invited to come here to walk, and most of us came here. I'm a diabetic, and walking is good for you. And I do it 5 days a week, and it's good for me. We socialized, we became friends, and we socialized in here as well as out. We do different little gatherings, we have picnics, and we do different things. We have a gentleman out there who's 91, and he walks better than I do.
Well, I grew up on the farm, but I came here in 1950. And after here, about a year or better, I got drafted to the military. And I served 2 years. I was drafted for 2 years, and I served in Korea across the demilitarized zone, across the 38th parallel, we call it. And after I came back from service, I came back to Detroit. I am retired from the post office, U.S. Postal Service. Well, I have health problems, so my doctor recommended if you can walk, the walk would be good exercise for you, be much better for your health. So that's what started. I started walking at Northland, and after they closed, then we came here, started walking. Well, it's just like a family. Most of them are retirees. I understand that a few of the walkers, they still employed, but we all get along good. And as I said, we're just like a family. Blessed to live to get 91 years old, so I give anyone advice, to keep moving, because if you don't use it, you'll lose it.
Walking is encouraged in the Pavilion area when the building is open for business, unless otherwise posted. Plus, on the third Wednesday of each month, St. John Providence Community Health is on hand to take participants' blood pressures from 8 to 10 a.m.
We have a water aerobics program that is actually not just for women. We have 2 men that also participate, and it's 3 days a week. The instructor is Kakita, and she has many years of experience in water aerobics. Excellent instructor.
Well, I was at a cross point in my life. I had started going to see my doctor for about 1.5 years. I'm contemplating on some medical technique to help me to lose weight. At 305 pounds, I was a little depressed. Well, at the time I got a call. My daughter, she says, "Ma, I signed you up to the HAP water class." And I go, "I'm not getting in the water. I am not going to do anything with taking my clothes off." But because she did it, she signed me up, I thought I'll give it a try. The young lady, Kathy, who was teaching the aqua class, or the HAP aqua class for the city of Southfield, she actually saw my enthusiasm, and she asked me would I like to be trained. And sure enough, yes, I worked with her in the program, and she started training me. And from there, I started teaching for a local club.
This is an extremely popular program. The first 60 people that come to the program are given wristbands, and it's a completely free program. So, and it's not limited to just Southfield residents. It's open to the public.
Well, I know it's good for seniors. The water gives buoyancy, and it allows the body to have flexibility. Exercises that we would normally do on land affects the joints a lot. This allows them to have flexibility, movement, without straining their joints. So those people who have problems with arthritis, those people who may have problems with some type of just concern about their knee pain, ankle pain, anybody, any part of the body, pain in any part of the body, they can get in this water, they can work out, get 800 to 1,000 calorie burn, literally exercise burn, and it just really helps them. Matter of fact, a lot of these women have come together for so long, they've given themselves a name. They call themselves Aqua Divas. I love water aerobics so much. I now teach 19 classes a week. Once you get in the water and you're gonna feel like you can do anything. What it really does, it allows you to exercise at a platform you really would not get if you were not in the water. To me, water, whether you drink it or whether you exercise in it, is very healing for your body. And to me, it is one of the best exercising tools there is.
The Southfield Senior Garden 50 Plus is a community garden program designed specifically for the residents of Southfield who are 50 years of age or older. It is located next to the Civic Center, and the garden is on the historical Mary Thompson farm that was donated to the city 40 years ago, and it has been a garden ever since. The garden program is intended to be a place of outdoor enjoyment, socialization, fun, tranquility, and exercise, besides the obvious benefits of fresh vegetables and produce.
Well, this is the City of Southfield Senior Community Garden program that's run through the Senior Center. So anybody who is on this property here registered to get a garden plot, and the garden plot's 400 square feet, that's like 20 by 20, and they go to the Senior Center and they fill out a form saying I'm interested, and then in the springtime, which is like April, we call everybody whose name is on the list, and we give them a call saying we have a garden plot available for you, are you interested? And of course they're all going, of course we're interested, you know, and then we sign them up and we bring them over here. The nice thing about this property is that you have your garden plot's 400 square feet that you could plant just about anything that you want here. And then there's garden, we have provide water, which is a garden hose for every 6 garden plots. So there's no waiting. Parking is available. We have many designated parking spaces. So you park your car and it's just only a few steps from your car to your garden. So I don't know if there's any other community garden that I've visited that has all the conveniences that I see here. Well, this property has been here for a very long time, and it was the original owner was Mary Thompson, and Mary Thompson, her brother, and their family, their farm was 1 mile square. It was a lot of property, but back then a mile square that's my farm. So over time, portions of it were sold off. A good chunk was sold to the City of Southfield for their city complex area, which it is now. And then as time went by, upon Mary Thompson's death, she had 20 acres left, and she took this property where the senior gardens are located at. They took this property here, the 20 acres, and donated that to the City of Southfield specifically for a senior activity. And that's why these are called the senior gardens, and you have to be a City of Southfield resident and you got to be 50 years of age or older. Now we have the 20 acres of property. The buildings that are left, there's on the front lawn, there's a cluster of 3 small outhouses, 3 small outbuildings, and then we still have one of the original farm barns back in the corner back there. That is kind of like where I hang out during the day. And it's really nice to see the old buildings that they've kept up, and they are continuously being refurbished so we can keep that historical feel on the property.
The city provides a limited number of hand tools, and everyone is encouraged to participate in the many social activities. 300 yards of compost was delivered to the site in April, and everyone can help themselves until it's gone. The garden won the John Deere Seeds of Hope Award in 2001 and has won first place and numerous awards at the Michigan State Fair for its vegetable display and individual entries.
There is a hardcore group, but I'm going to say the hardcore group is about 80%. I mean, once you get in here, you fall in love with the place. You fall in love with your neighbors because everybody is so friendly and so cooperative around here, and you have such a good knowledge base that you don't want to leave. I have people who have invested a lot of money in their plots with raised beds, and they're going to be here till the day I die, you know. These are garden plots that they paid for it, and they're growing vegetables for their personal use. Now, for their personal use could be I'm growing the vegetables and taking them home for my family to enjoy and the big barbecue and all my neighbors and enjoy it, and I'll take a bag to church. Or there's people who say, I have enough food that I will also take my extras and give it to the food bank. And so there is no waste. There's no waste. We have several picnic tables around here that if you have too many like zucchinis, when they come in, they come in. So when they come in, we put them on the picnic tables, which everybody knows that if it's on the table, it's free, it's a giveaway. If you're not growing zucchini, there's one on the table, help yourself, enjoy. They'll grow the standard stuff. Everybody grows tomatoes, cucumbers, some people grow watermelon. I didn't think watermelon is going to be that big of a hit in Michigan, but it's actually it's a very good productive crop, which surprises me. I don't know why it would, but I think of a watermelon, I think of Texas. I don't really think of Michigan, but there's a lot of crops that can be grown here very successful. And of course you have the people growing a lot of tomatoes, and then of course the collard greens and the kale, which has now become a superfood. Everybody's growing it, and it's great. One of the things is that once you get into the program, and you're new, people will welcome you, and there's a lot of camaraderie around here. There's a lot of most of the people here is because of word of mouth, and so I have a garden plot, I'll tell my neighbor, or I'll tell a church friend. And so a lot of people who are here have already established friendships, but there's no cliques, you know what I mean? So everybody is extremely open to everybody who walks in, and we have like large trees, picnic tables, and they come in, and at the age of some of the gardeners who are here, they'll just spend, it could be a summer evening, it's cooling down to 76 degrees, it's beautiful outside. They'll sit here underneath the picnic table till it gets dark. I mean, it's like, you just don't want to leave here. It's that nice. You have 90 garden plots, 90 registered gardeners. And then of course, it could be husband and wife team. It could be the grandchildren that they're bringing in. Or it could be, they could be a helper that's coming in. So there's a lot of activity going on here.
Well, I met some seniors in the area, and they were telling me that they were doing gardening. I had a goal of trying to lose weight, so I thought I'd get into the vegetable game. And I learned a lot from the seniors, and then when I turned 50, I became official. As I was saying, from a health standpoint, when I initially started at 45, I had diabetes. And since I've been working the garden, it's been under total control. They don't even think I have it anymore. High blood pressure, these types of things, they basically abated. So I feel really enthusiastic about this whole thing with gardening. Also, you get physically fit, you move around, it's great, and you get the fresh air, and you get to socialize with other people and learn a plethora of information from others. In the corner there, I basically have squash, different types of squash, zucchini squash, yellow neck, gooseneck squash. I also in this box, I have peas, field peas. Okay, adjacent to that are more zucchini here. And then where you're standing currently are hot peppers, a variety of hot peppers. So it's something about this area that the soil is extremely fertile. Oftentimes, grandchildren and children of the members of the garden, they come and assist and help. So it becomes a family effort, and everyone enjoys, even the smallest of the smallest. So I think it's a worthwhile endeavor to have the garden here in Southfield.
We've also hooked up with a grade school, Adler Elementary. They have a small garden plot here, and we've allowed them to come in just to give them the experience with the teachers, and it's funny, some of their reactions. For me, as a gardener, I know that carrots grow in the ground, but to some of these young kids, all they see is the vegetables on the grocery shelves. They don't know where food comes from. So we built raised beds for them, and then we were going to get dirt from the compost pile and fill in the raised beds so we can prepare the area to plant the seeds in there. And one of the little kids was having a little freak out and was going like, "You can't use that dirt." I'm going, "Why? It's dirty dirt. You have to go to the store and buy dirt." So they have completely separated themselves from the compost being the good stuff, and the dirt that you buy at the store is secondary. And so they've just lost that connection, and we need, and every time I see a family bringing in their kids, it's such a joy because they're running up and down the roads and through the gardens over here, thoroughly enjoying themselves and looking at bugs and picking them up and looking at worms, and they're not squirming. And now they're getting an understanding as to where food comes from, the quality of it. It may not be picture perfect, but boy, is it good.
The City of Southfield and the Commission on Senior Adults, COSA, hosted Senior Appreciation Night in August from 5:30 to 8 o'clock at the Berg Historical Park. This event celebrates the contribution of senior adults in the community. Free hot dogs, chips, and pop was served. In addition, each person went home with a prize. Entertainment for the Senior Appreciation Night was provided by the Sun Messengers, who play R&B, jazz ballads, and Motown hits.
Well, I'm here tonight to celebrate. We call this Senior Appreciation Night, and we're celebrating the seniors in the city of Southfield. We're so blessed to have so many great senior adults in our community, and this is just one of many ways that we show our appreciation. Well, the biggest thing, of course, is the food, and so everybody's excited about that. But we are also educating them about resources in the community. So we have a large number of vendor tables, and so they're able to go down there and get information on housing and transportation and health care. So we are excited to have them have the ability to get all this information in one place. In addition, we have a lot of gifts. We have a raffle, and so everybody will leave here with something. Well, the lead agency in the city is the Parks and Recreation Department. Nicole Messina and her staff, they do a fabulous job putting this together. In addition, you'll notice there's a table with the fire department, the police department is here, the city assessor's office, everybody. So it's a really big team effort. The Commission on Senior Adults that I'm involved in is also involved. We collected raffle prizes for the seniors, and we're helping out with the food.
You know, the seniors have always been important in Southfield to all of us, and over the years, I mean, there's just so many new services and opportunities for seniors. Years ago when I was a little girl, I mean, usually the longevity of people was 60, 70, you're lucky. Now, I'm meeting people that are over 100 years old, and when I say, what is your secret? They're like, just be active, good wine, chocolate candy, and they sometimes add one more thing in there, but it's just, so we have a lot of active seniors here that aren't the definition of senior years ago. So it's just, it's nice to recognize them, say thank you, and anything new or anything different or any opportunity we can afford to our seniors is important. You know, in Southfield, we accommodate the seniors who want to stay in their home, but maybe need a little extra care, or we have those locations where they can live independently and do their own cooking and cleaning, or those where they can be independent and have meals and everything provided. So there's a lot of options.
I arrange all of the senior programs through the city for any type of adult services, transportation, day trips, daytime programming, anything that happens in the senior division of Parks and Recreation. We have a lot of wonderful people that love living in Southfield, that are very devoted to Southfield, have lived here for at least 40, 50 years. They really enjoy the community environment. They love their homes, they love their independence, and they just really appreciate the city for what it is. Senior housing here in Southfield is pretty vast and diverse. You can find anything you need, from rental units to purchasing to leasing. And there are probably 11 facilities in Southfield that cater to seniors specifically on the low end cost and on the high end cost. There are some facilities that have subsidized housing, some that have dining in the facilities, some where you live independently, still drive yourself, some that are intermingled with not just seniors, any type of living. Best time to travel in Michigan is in the fall. And we have a number of trips planned for the months of September, November, and December. In December, we're doing 2 separate light tours, one into Rochester and one into Detroit on 2 separate days. We're doing casino trips. We're doing an overnight casino trip. And of course, in October, we go to Mackinac Island for the Grand Senior Trip with Michigan Parks and Recreation, which is M-Parks now. That's full. That trip is full. Sorry if you're seeing this interview now, remember for next year to sign up. But we do a lot of traveling. It's just a great time to be in Michigan. I will say that because fall is coming, we do have a very unique program called the Walking Program that's coming up. It's in the fall. It's every Tuesday morning during the month of October, where we go to different parks throughout the city, and then we go for coffee after. And it's just going to be a really nice friendship type of program where you can get to know your parks a little bit better. We're also doing some speaker series that are coming up. In January and February, we're going to open up programs for your whole family where we'll take you to 8 different spots in downtown Detroit.
Well, I love living in Southfield. I've enjoyed living here for 6 years. Originally, I was from Detroit, 7 Mile, Livernois area. Well, I wanted to be near senior citizens. I sold my home and I wanted to be somewhere where I was comfortable. Well, our apartments have all been redone. We have new everything, new stoves, refrigerators, carpet, windows. It is truly beautiful. I wish everybody could see it.
If you're not a part of the city, please come on into the Senior Center. Meet some of the staff. They're wonderful, very gracious, very kind. We can give you any information that you need. And if we don't know the answer, we will help you find it. Our goal is to help you live more independently here in the community. We want to create fellowship and friendships. Please come on in, ask about our programs, and if there's something you're interested in doing that we don't offer, we'd love to hear from you.
I'd like to remind all of our seniors that we do have a scribe that's printed every quarter, and it lists all the programs, all the exercise programs for that quarter. And it is a free magazine that goes out to residents.
If you would like to receive the scribe by mail, call 248-796-4650. The scribe is also available online as a PDF at www.cityofsouthfield.com.
Well, that's it for today's Spotlight on Seniors. Remember, there are plenty of resources for seniors in our community and many ways you can get involved and give back as well. Thank you for watching.